Hi guys, it's Aquarii Moon. Today I wanted to talk about the Reiki principles, and the entire theme is revolves around just for today. It's closely related to being in the being present in the moment. To begin to kind of settle your mind. So I'll read what the Reiki principles, like what it, basically it's a mantra. So it's something that you would say in the morning, at night, or just, if you feel like you're getting triggered and you're like, okay, I need to bring it bring it back in, let me calm down. And it goes like this: just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will give thanks for my many blessings. Just for today, I will be kind to my neighbor and every living thing. Usually you want to repeat it. I wouldn't put a number like, oh, you have to do it 10 times or 15. Like, it really is your decision. So as you're saying it, you want to almost embody the phrases. So basically the Reiki principles are meant to be ideals that you strive towards to add balance and peace to your life. Because we know, watching TV, I don't watch TV anymore, but those that do watch TV, that watch the news, that are on social media, they're all tangled up in the latest shows and the latest everything like that. It can really throw you off. And some of my recent clients, when we first met, they were having a hard time with stress and anxiety and worrying a lot about the future, or worrying about honestly a lot of stuff that was out of their control. They would worry about. And when I helped them with the guided meditation, and then through the Reiki therapy session, it's funny, they almost have a glow to them. Their demeanor definitely changes, and it makes me feel good to help them with that, because stress, worry, anxiety, like all of those, it can get to the point where it becomes chronic, and then it turns into physical ailments and physical disabilities that begin to develop. It is a type of daily mantra, but of course life happens. But over time, your conscious actions will become aligned with these phrases and become a natural way of being. And what I just said goes with any mantra, any positive sentence, any positive phrase, or any positivity that you begin to inject into your environment, into your situation. That's why I said it. Usually it's good to say it in the morning, before you go out into the world. You kind of put on your armor. I remember when I was going to church, or when I was into religion, they talked about putting your armor on, and some say, they were talking about crystals and things like that as a physical thing, but there's also an invisible armor that we need to put on as well, and that is positive vibe energy. And the crystals, of course, help as well to begin to help shift your vibration to a higher level. But I feel that saying something positive to yourself just really helps reinforce, the direction that you're going, especially if you're trying to get out of a situation that is toxic, or a situation that is not conducive to you anymore. We all get to a point where we grow up, basically. Not all of us now, don't get me wrong, there still are, those people that are still talking about the same thing from 15 years ago. And it's like, you know what, we need to start having more adult conversations about personal development, instead of worrying about the latest tennis shoes that just dropped, or talking about the last episode of, I don't really want to name any shows, but just the last episode of a TV show, talking about what was on the news, it's so amazing. When I actually took a break from watching TV, it was actually when I was in school. I was in my what class was that? I can't remember what class it was, but I just remember that lesson because it has stuck with me. I failed that class, but because at that time I was going through a lot of BS and not being able to make it, and I had just got a new job. So at the time, working was more important because I needed the money. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, the lesson that I took from that class, the major lesson anyway, was that, I had to begin to create my experiences. And how do you create your experiences? This was one way, was taking a break, or fasting, and not just fasting, that people know about, from, fasting from food, but fasting from TV, fasting from, now I'm going to be starting to practice fasting from spending money. It's not against the law to not spend money. It's funny how, we get money, we get paid, and we feel like we have to go and buy something. And, that's definitely something that I'm working on as an entrepreneur, because from my experiences, from what I've seen, from what I see daily, being an entrepreneur is going to be the correct direction for me and for many others that are tired of the rat race. I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but it's applicable because many CEOs, many top, entrepreneurs, they started doing things like this, saying positive things to themselves, staying optimistic, continuing to work at it, even though nobody wanted to help them, or nobody wanted to lend, give them a hand to be able to make it. So a lot of times we have to become our own coach. I don't know if I've talked about, but doing self-talk, like talking to yourself, coaching yourself, that's what it is. It's coaching yourself. Don't let society make you think, talking to yourself or having ideas, where you kind of, say them out loud to yourself, that's a healthy behavior, because you need to be able to coach yourself. A lot of people rely on other people to be their motivation, or to be their guide, in a sense. But we have to develop our own sense of motivation and our own sense of push, because if we just sit back and just let people just give us things and not really help us to help ourselves, then we will then people will forever be lost and mundane. And I am talking to my culture, but in reality is everybody. I see Asians that aren't doing well. They're in the same neighborhoods as black people. There's also white people in the same situation. So color and all of that, I feel that it's ridiculous that we still have those type of labels, because when we when you really look at it, if you're becoming awakened in the sense of spiritually, you will realize that there is no color. This body is only a vessel, it's only a vehicle to be in 3D. So back to kind of what I was saying, wanted to touch on the different, each different sentence. So the first sentence, just for today, I will not worry. Worry can cause chronic stress and anxiety, which can lead to imbalances in the body mind. And that's essentially your energy field and the chi that's flowing through your system. And that is part of my work and part of my gift to help people to clear that out, or to remove that negative energy signature, because worry is a negative energy signature. The next one, just for today, I will not be angry. So anger is usually a result of feeling a lack of power. This one, I have to work with. I may not look like I get angry, but as I'm working on developing and doing my soul mastery course, anger did come up with being angry at my mom. And I mean, when I really was working out, kind of getting things out and about, it was really nothing I was angry at. It was just pent up adolescent anger that essentially had developed and stayed with me as an adult. And so it's very helpful to have done my energetic spectrums, and also to understand my my archetypes that show up. I've talked about it before. I can be the dreamer at times. When the anger part, anger towards my mom, it was more of the discouraged kid, because when we were growing up, there's a lot of times where my mom would tell me no, and I'd be like, I would be disappointed, and then it would a lot of times be stuff that I really wanted to do, as far as like sports and stuff, or activities at school. And she had her reasons why she said no, but being an adolescent and being not mature enough to understand the situation and the plight that she was going through as a single mother, and then just all kinds of different situations, I was I was holding in anger that was unnecessary. And then just for today, I will do my work honestly. Everybody, I don't care, unless you're just really cold-hearted, but in your heart, when you are being honest. In life, dissatisfaction can be your body's way of showing you that you are not being honest with yourself or others. And this also is something that I've been working on, because I had developed an archetype called the lying slick talker, or something like that. I wrote it down, but here, let me just so I make sure I'm. Let's see. And I don't mind sharing this stuff with you guys, because I'm not the only one. Everybody has some type of pain, some type of pent up energy that they're not letting out. Yeah, it was the lying slick talker. And whenever that archetype shows up, that's usually when I'm trying to cushion the truth. I don't want to offend them. I'm essentially being the enabler at that point as well, by crippling them and crippling myself by not being truthful and honest to them or to myself. And let's see. And then just for today, I will give thanks for my many blessings. So gratitude is an extremely powerful intention, and people really need to know that. I'm sure by now you've heard that you may have been practicing that, but it really is when you especially when you're starting on your spiritual journey, you do start to appreciate more of the simpler things and not so much of, oh, I need the new Jordans that are coming out, you know what I'm saying, next month. Oh, I gotta get those, you know, especially around now when it's tax time, people go crazy. They're like waiting for the tax money, and then boom, when the tax money hits, they're like, oh, I have to go get all brand new clothes. We're gonna have a party. Like, you start going out partying, and in reality, and really, that's just a destruction. And you know, it's all a part of the grand scheme, you know, from the higher up powers that kind of run the world, or run the country. And really, it's only a temporary come up, because when that money's gone, then you're back at square one. So, you know, and they realize that, like, there's already been conversations where, you know, they've already explicitly said that they know lower class people are bad with money. They don't have good money habits, and things like that. So, you know, just really take a step back. I may be talking over your head, or this might not resonate with you, but I mean, I hope it does, and that you're getting something out of this transmission. But really practicing gratitude helps to, it not only raises the vibration of your body mind, but also brings insight and wisdom. And so you begin to almost start seeing through bullshit. You start realizing that, hey, this situation, this relationship is not helping me to really get to where I want. You know, I want much more than this. And that kind of goes in with the, you know, being dissatisfied. You know, it connects that way. And that's why I think, you know, it was, you know, they were put in right after another, because they connect in that way. And overall, when you're doing a type of mantra, I mean, you don't have to be a Reiki healer or a Reiki practitioner to utilize these Reiki principles, because all they really are just positivity that you are injecting into your life. And energetically, the frequency you emanate will attract more things of that frequency. If you hold a high vibration, you will bring people and things into your life with similar vibrations. And so, saying mantras, saying you know, this mantra, which is called the Reiki principles. And like I said before, you know, nobody's perfect. You're not going to go namaste and, you know, things change or anything like that. But it's going to be, you know, everybody is a work in progress. You have to get started. That's the only thing. People, you know, I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. You know, you get started. Oh yeah, meditation. When I was talking about meditation, you know, you get started, you're like, okay, I'm doing this, and then you kind of start falling off, you know, and then you're back at square one. Like, you know, you're basically back at square one, being frustrated, being angry for no reason, being angry at people you think you're angry at, but you're really angry at yourself. Like, going through this sacred soul mastery course, I'm really having to dig deep inside and see where I'm wounded, where's the hidden trauma, you know, because a lot of us have been taught to essentially hide our emotions, you know, hide how we really feel, hide how we really want to talk, hide what we really want to say, hide things like that. You know, there is a place and a time for things, but at the same time, it's like being in a higher vibration just overall begins to change your situation. So I will leave it there. This has been Aquarii Moon, and I will check you guys out on the next one.